Hello and welcome back to the Game Boys. My name is Joe.
My name is Nate, and you are watching Nate and Joe's Awesome Game Show.
Cheesy as hell.
And today we are playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. One of the best games in the series.
Probably one of the best games ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
it's one of the rare games to actually have got 10 out of 10 on like GameSpot and IGN and stuff like that.
It's hard for me because I love Tony Hawk's 1. I know it's not the best one graphically or the way it plays, but it's just got nostalgia reasons for me that I love that one the most.
And if you notice, the background music we're having today isn't the usual music that was in Tony Hawk's 3.
Because this game is a copyright hole.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's why it's so hard to re-release this kind of game, because you have to
the copyright on the tracks.
The copyright, and so
I know that when Tony Hawk's 5 come out, Tony Hawk's went on Twitter and was like, "I wanted to introduce people to new bands." It's like bullshit. You just haven't got the copyright for the tracks anymore. So
we're gonna just play a bit and see how the game plays. Yeah, and it's looking pretty good, I must say. Like,
does it play as what we remembered?
Does it hold up to our memories?
Yeah. Fair enough. We are playing it on a high-res output, and it's not on CRT. No scan lines, none of the stuff from back in the day.
Makes it a lot easier to record, though.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have a little look at the skaters.
So old school BAM.
Right, how do I change skater?
You go back with triangles. Weird.
Oh, back with change boards, change appearance.
Choose skater, I think.
Choose skater. That would make sense if I go to choose skater. So we have BAM, Rodney Mullen. When they were younger.
Chad Muska.
Andrew Reynolds.
God, he looks like... Go back to Andrew Reynolds. That's like the most boring... What do you want your outfit to be? Just, white shirt and some jeans. That's fine.
That was cool. That was like the Brood.
Yeah.
Style. Gangrel. You can play as Gangrel.
And some curtains haircut. That's good. Jeff Raleigh. Alicia Streamer.
They actually had a girl.
A steamer? Oh, I always thought it was Streamer.
Oh.
Okay.
She's from Cleveland.
Jamie Thomas.
Jamie Thomas. I'm glad you got that. Custom skater. Who's he? He actually looks like Adam D from Killswitch.
Plays him.
I am going.
Tony Hawk. Who's that?
Tony Hawk, Steve Caballero, Kareem Campbell. I used to always play as Kareem Campbell. He's one of the best skaters of the time.
Glifberg.
Eric Coston. Bucky Lasuk. BAM.
Scratching his bum.
Margera. Alright, I'm going to go. I'm going to be the one, the only Tony Hawk.
Fair enough.
Load skater, choose skater, continue.
We're going to do the 2-player.
We're going to play some 2-player.
Which, let's see who are you
going to be?
I'm going to be Adam D from Killswitch.
You're going to be Adam D from Killswitch, okay.
Mr. Skater, first name Custom.
Oh, what's your name?
So what we got? Oh, we haven't unlocked all the...
We haven't unlocked everything. Oh no, we might have to find a cheat, Joe.
Yeah, we will find a cheat. So should we start with Foundry?
Yeah, let's
start from the very good beginning.
This spinny block?
That's Creative Park.
Oh, this one actually had Creative Park as well?
Yeah,
I did not remember that.
Yeah, I spent hours and hours on Creative Park.
Making a park. Yeah. Does it have a really small limit of what you can put in it though, I bet you?
I think it was surprisingly big for the time. It was like, yeah. We'll go Foundry and just...
It's no Fortnite creative mode though, is it?
I've not actually used that yet, have you?
No.
I don't know what it's like, but...
I watched some guy streaming the other day and they were using cannons to do something.
2 minutes. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, might as well.
You'll probably beat me on this. I know you're a Tony Hawk's fiend.
Fiend? What side am I? Am I playing one?
Trick attack. Start game. Let's go.
Q!
Yeah. So, no, I love this game back in the day. It's amazing.
I fell in the fire. Yeah, no, this was like... I think Tony Hawk's was probably some of the games that I played the most.
Yeah.
Like, they literally...
My right stick is broken and it's just bending upwards.
Oh, really? Yeah, there's just like... Back in the day, most games were sort of one and done, and Tony Hawk's was the first sort of game for me that you could actually play over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a bit... it's not as dramatic as I remember. I remember being able to pull off a lot more tricks.
Yeah, I think kind of later in the games it became a lot more sort of gravity didn't exist.
Yeah.
So when you go back to this one, it kind of feels a lot more realistic than the newer ones. Not that this was ever a realistic skateboarding game, but
yeah, like grinding up stuff like that. But I think this laid a lot of ground for skaters' tricks as well. I think people watch this and were like, we want to be able to do tricks like Tony Hawk's the game.
Yeah.
So what was your first Tony Hawk's experience? When did Tony Hawk's pop your cherry, Joe? That's what I'm trying to ask you.
God, I don't know. It's I'd probably say Tony Hawk's 2 was the first one. I think I knew of the first one, but I didn't buy it. And then I think a friend had Tony Hawk's 2.
Yeah.
And I just thought, played it at his house and thought this is amazing, and had to get it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've taken the lead.
No, he hasn't.
These are weak scores.
These are so they're so bad.
Yeah. So when was the first time you came across Tony Hawk?
There's no way of saying that without it being quite sexual. I don't know. It was in 1999. I met him in a hotel. He said, "Come to my room, boy." No, first time was, my friend had Tony Hawk's 1 on PS1, and I'd never heard of the game before.
Yeah.
And didn't see it in any magazines or anything. And I was more of an inline skater when I was younger. I never really was into skateboarding.
Yeah, I had inline skates as well. I could skateboard. I had a skateboard, and there was a skate park around the corner.
Yeah.
So I could, do the odd kick flip and go down a very small ramp, but I was never a proper skateboarder, I'd say.
Yeah.
Much
But yeah, I used to
rollerblades.
inline, and then we got Tony Hawk's, and then playing Tony Hawk's at my friend's house, and I remember just going home and being like, "Mum, we need to buy a game right now," and going up to Electronics Boutique the next day.
Oh, Electronics Boutique.
Yeah.
That's a blast from the past.
And
Which then became Game.
Yeah.
Then didn't become Game because it died, and now it's back to Game again. But yeah.
But yeah, went up Electronics Boutique and bought it on PS1. I remember sitting there all weekend, just literally rinsing Tony Hawk's 1.
Yeah.
And so on from that. That was literally Tony Hawk's 1, Tony Hawk's 2, Tony Hawk's 3. Tony Hawk's 4 was the one I didn't really get into.
Yeah, 4 they kind of lost it.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I'm going to keep this going. Oh, no. Yeah, Tony Hawk's 4 kind of lost that, that charm that this one had, I think.
Yeah.
And even though kind of the gameplay became more solid, and also, they started doing the voice acting and all that kind of stuff. It just didn't have the charm of the original 3. And I think because as well, this was on PlayStation 1 originally, so we're playing the PlayStation 2 version. There is a version on PlayStation 1. It's a lot more basic than this, though.
Actually, I'm playing this on PS2, not PS1.
Yeah. No, I think it was at that time.
It was like what they do with FIFA now. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
even
they still release it. But
there's FIFA 19s on 360.
Really?
Yeah, they released a conversion on 360.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they keep releasing on the old consoles for people that haven't gone to the new generation. Yeah.
But no, I think it just the original 3 games, as you say, you love 1.
Yeah.
I love 2, but 3 has to be my favourite in terms of just level design and the goal challenges that they set you and all that stuff. Just kind of made it what it was for me. Oh.
Yeah, just literally let the first game falling into the warehouse and grinding that first row.
Yeah.
It's like your first Tony Hawk's experience, and it's like orgasmic. It was for me anyway.
Didn't even know what it was at that point, orgasmic. But it felt it.
It felt it. There was a tingling in my loins, and I knew from then me and Tony were going to have a long relationship.
It's the start of a beautiful friendship.
Even down to, like, I even played Tony Hawk's 5. Everyone hated that game, but it was alright for me.
Yeah.
I gave it a go. I got high scores on the
I've
leaderboard.
still not played it. Still not got around to playing it. I do own it, and we will be playing it on this channel at some point, I'm sure.
Yep. We have a Tony Hawk's 5 video lined up for you very soon.
Yeah.
See, this is another iconic level for me, Canada. It's a very... when you had to Was it this one where you had to knock the guy off of the pole because he was licking the pole?
Yeah, he got his tongue set. Yeah. It was that kind of humour that.
Yeah.
I think
this was just before sort of Jackass got big and stuff like that. So
yeah, so it wasn't quite as.
This was like CKY was quite big. BAM was getting big at the time, so it wasn't taken over like the American Wasteland ones and stuff. And Underground.
The Undergrounds, which just. I mean, I loved Underground 2 as well. I think I bought every Tony Hawk's game. Up until Ride, basically.
Yeah, I lost interest around that era. I was big into Jackass and stuff, but I was playing Jackass the game instead. No.
There is one, you know.
There is, yeah, it's terrible. But it's as bad as the Little Britain game as well.
Man,
it's one of them shovelware stuff. Horrible. But yeah, I kind of lost interest after 3. Oh, I fell off as well.
I can't really get you.
Synchronised falling. I kind of lost interest probably up until Project 8.
Yeah.
Is when I got back into Tony Hawk's games. I stopped playing them after 3, really.
Yeah.
I did play a little, but I remember picking up like it was either Underground or it might have been American Wasteland, one of them, and I was just like, this is too story driven now and too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Underground 2 and American Wasteland were like quite solidly story driven.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I know what you mean. Some people just found that a bit too much.
Yeah, it was just a bit like it's like an open world now, so it's like you've got to skate here and press a button and interact with this guy, and then it was a bit too Jackass, like when you had to get on the segways and stuff like that. I remember all that stuff from them.
Yeah,
it was just a bit like.
Or play as Steve-O on like a mechanical bull and stuff.
Wasn't there
like
one
that,
where you could do BMXing before Dave Mirra come out?
Possibly.
There was one you could get on BMX bikes and stuff.
Yeah, I know there was the I think that was American Wasteland actually. Yeah. So I think that's possibly after Dave Mirra. But they kind of that's the thing, they tried to start putting too much into it when the actual fun gameplay was skating with good level design.
Yeah.
And I think that's the last time that the Tony Hawk's games did that was this game. And I think it's it was the end of that era. And you know, I still enjoyed the later Tony Hawk's games, but not as much as this one. And I still play it to this day, you know. I've never even done that before.
No, yeah, I got into after this. I would say probably I played them, but I never really got deep into actually playing the games. I remember thinking they're just lacking something. But the Project 8 was the next one that really struck my interest, and at the time I was an achievement hunter on the 360, and it was probably one of the hardest games to get the 1,000 achievement points. And I remember doing it twice, once for me and once for my mate who bought it and put it in his machine and was like, this is too hard, Nath, come round and can you, because you see I had 1,000 points on it, and he was like, can you come and do mine as well? I was like, yeah,
that's not really a thing anymore, is it, the whole achievement?
No.
I mean, you get some YouTubes and stuff will do that, and what's the one he does, the completionist thing?
Yeah, it completes everything and goes to
it's interesting, but like, yeah, I think the whole I landed on my feet and then just did a flip. Yeah, not really a thing anymore. Yeah,
but yeah, that was like when they put the Project 8, they put the physics in, didn't they?
Yeah.
Where you could like break your bones and stuff, and
and wasn't that where they had the weird? You could use the sticks. You could use the analog sticks to do like which are kind of there's a really good mechanic, and kind of you controlled each foot sort of thing. But then I suppose that's when the sort of skate games came along, and
that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to copy skate, but without ruining the Tony Hawk's arcade. Because that's what it is with this. It's just arcade.
It's an arcade game, yeah.
It's combo building, arcade.
I think that's where they went wrong. They thought, oh, let's try and be this skate simulator.
Yeah.
Which Tony Hawk's never has been.
Wasn't about that. It's not about realistically skating. No one's ever
it's a combo meter thing, you know.
Around a bowl.
10
times.
Like no one could do what we're doing here. You know? Like look, like down steps. It's not all this. And especially like I've never seen anyone do a grind into a kickflip into a manual into. Do you know what I mean? It's not possible.
But then they released Proving Grounds after that, which that was. Do you know what? I watched a video the other day about Tony Hawk's, and that completely went from my brain. My brain just forgot that game even existed. I didn't even know that. And then when I actually see footage of it, I remember they changed the way that the grind bars were situated, and it was like down the side of the screen or above the screen. It was like really weird, and you always fell off grinds because you couldn't tell if your bar was wonky or not. It was just a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But I remember playing that game for about 2 minutes, and at that time I was working at game then, and I remember just taking it back the next day and was like, nope, this is rubbish.
No, it's just, but I think such piece of the childhood, and it's sad we can't play it with the music.
Yeah.
Because the music was such a large part of the Tony Hawk's games for me, especially.
I think it
half
shaped
the bands
my music taste a lot.
Yeah, half the bands I listen to now, I probably wouldn't do, you know.
Yeah.
Because some of the songs, in all the Tony Hawks, to be honest, you know. But I think especially the first three, again.
You had Alien Ant Farm, Papa Roach. Yeah, it's a shame we can't play
Ace of Spades, you know, and it had all those sort of classic.
Yeah. We'll put like a little.
And then like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, who, you know, I would have never listened to were it not for this game. And then obviously he popped up a few years later with the Gorillaz. He's the one in Clint Eastwood song. That's Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Ah, I did not know that.
Yeah. So there's all these kind of amazing tracks that I would never know of.
Yeah.
And also, as I say, like I think some of my music tastes would be different were it not for these games.
Let's put a little like best of greatest hits thing going up the screen, so everyone can see what tracks are on there. Oh, I love that one. But no, this really did shape my. This got me. I remember playing Tony Hawk's, and then probably just after Tony Hawk's, someone was like, "Oh, he likes metal or rock music, whatever they class," and someone bought me the first Slipknot album, and then that was it. That was me hooked on punk, metal, and everything like that. So
yeah. Right, I tell you what, we're gonna do a jump cut. So we're gonna end some cheats and open up some new levels.
Yeah.
So let's jump cut right now.
And we're back with the airport level.
And straight away I bail.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We just went and it's been about 5 hours here. We've completed the game. Speedrun tactics.
5 hours.
It's actually like 23 minutes, Tony Hawk's 3, and it's like really stupid. Yeah. The speedrun of this game is crazy. If you haven't seen it, go over to Awesome Games Done Quick channel and search Tony Hawk's.
I'll put a link in the description for how it's done. One quick bit of trivia. So you see the reflection in the floor, and I told you this the other day.
Yeah.
The way they did it was just by making the floor see-through and then reversing what was above on the surface level is below. Yeah. So really if you actually boundary break it, then literally this is just a see-through floor. But it makes it look like a reflection. There's a way, because they what's the term for it? Rotoscoping or no?
Not what the
to get like reflections in things. With
games.
Ray tracing.
Yeah,
which that's not
coming
that wasn't
out now. Yeah,
that wasn't a thing back then, and it just looks amazing. And I think that's one of the things the graphical.
Hence why you can't see
still
reflections
holds up
here, because there's something below you already here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a good point, because that's the same floor, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same floor, but no reflections on this part. Because you can go down below. So that was the Game Boy's fun fact.
Fun fact of the episode. There's so many amazing levels like that you have memories of. Like
just as soon as this level loads up, I remember exactly where everything is, where the secret tape is up the top of the.
And you get all the banners with the flags that you have to
break.
And
ding 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 ding.
I'm going to go back up to the helicopter actually.
Remember, you can jump over. And when they introduced like gaps and stuff, wasn't that in Tony Hawk 2?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can.
But the Reaver, of course, which was a massive part of Tony Hawk games, which. Even now, if you replay Tony Hawk's 1 or 2, you just expect the revert to be there, and it's not.
Yeah.
And it's really strange.
They put it on the HD, didn't they? The Robomoto one.
They did, yeah, but it was a download. You had to download it. It was a DLC. It was the revert pack.
Oh, really?
And I think you got airport level and a couple of levels from Tony Hawk's 3, and then you could use the revert. But also, I've been playing a lot of Thug Pro.
Oh, Thug Pro, yeah.
Which is kind of taking all the best levels from about Tony Hawk's 3 up to
Underground.
Yeah, I think there's even a couple from Project 8 as well. Yeah, so
it's got the Underground engine, right?
Yeah, it's got the Tony Hawk's Underground 2 engine. So you can pretty much do everything that you can think of Tony Hawk's wise in it. Apart from the slow motion sticks one.
Yeah.
But apart from that, yeah, this is amazing.
Looks
piece of fan built, you know, and absolutely free. Technically illegal, I suppose. Actually, I don't know.
Free if you own.
If you own Tony Hawk 2, it's a free. Yeah, so I don't think it's really. Legality of it's a bit strange, but it's an amazing piece of work from.
Well, Neversoft are no more now.
They
closed down in what 2009.
Yeah, I think so. Sadly, kind of weird. You think like from such an at the time it's such a big game and so well renowned, you know, and to then.
I think when you're making games with so many celebrities and skateboards and stuff, everyone wants a piece of the pie, and the money just runs out. So you probably didn't make as much money as you think.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, I want this much money for my likeness. I want this.
Well, nowadays as well, they only have the kind of yearly contracts and stuff. So once that year's up, they have to take the game off the market as well. And so there's so many games that you can only, you know, sort of play once, sort of thing.
Yeah. Right, should we check another level?
Yeah, let's go to another one. So we've gone for a little cruise, a little break.
We're on the cruise ship with a broken roller coaster on it.
Yeah, for some reason.
It's never made any sense to me.
No. I like this little botanical garden bit where you can just smash all the windows. That was fun.
Yeah, let us know down in the comments below what your favourite Tony Hawk's game was. Or what? Do you know what? That's one better. What your favourite extreme sports game was? Because you had things like Aggressive Inline.
Which I loved Aggressive Inline.
That was so good.
Because as you were saying earlier, with being more of an inline skater than I found that really fun. Very a rip-off.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But it was very fun.
It was just the same mechanics, but without a board.
And then also certain snowboarding games, which I won't mention because I have a feeling we'll do those in the future at some point.
Yeah, we will be. We will be doing them.
But yeah, what are your favourite extreme sports games?
What was the Thrasher? There was one called Thrasher Skate and Destroy on the PS1, which was terrible.
I also loved. There's a very old game, and it was on the Mega Drive. And it's called Skitchin.
Skitchin.
And what it was? It was kind of like imagine Road Rash.
Yeah.
But you're on roller skates. And you had to like skitch behind cars.
I can't remember that at all.
Yeah. So you had to like hold onto the back of cars, and then if someone grabbed onto the back of the same car as you, you'd start punching each other and stuff to punch the other one off. And the goal was obviously to get to the finish line as quick as possible, and you could only get there quickly if you skitched on other cars, sort of thing.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's a really fun game, and I played that for a lot longer than I should have, I think, as a kid. But yeah, there's so many.
720. The old SNES 720.
I don't remember that one.
No?
No.
Like top-down sort of. It might have even been older than that, NES or.
Yeah.
And
then there was also some new ones like Ollie Ollie. Did you ever play that?
Yeah, I played the first one. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good game.
Quite a fun little. And I think
very
that
hard.
Kind of went back to that arcadiness.
Yeah, just getting the scores up.
Just kind of getting the scores, and it wasn't trying to be realistic. Also, Skate, obviously, which we've mentioned before.
Skate 3 is good.
Skate 3 is amazing.
1 and 2's alright. They're not the best.
And Skate 3, if you get it on the Xbox One X, just or One S, looks amazing.
Oh yeah, the updated.
They've updated it, so. And I wish they'd do that with this, but sadly, I don't think it will ever happen.
I think we're just left in the realms of Never Realms. No, Neversoft on it actually.
Oh, Neversoft.
Never Realms in Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat on the brain.
Yeah, like, because Neversoft are bankrupt and Activision don't own the license no more, Tony Hawk's isn't as relevant as he was back in the late 90s, early noughties.
Yeah.
It's a bit... See, it's weird because I don't know why they haven't made another skate game, because, like, the Nike SB tournament is, like, so big.
And isn't skateboarding coming into the Olympics as well?
Yeah, it's coming into the Olympics this year, and you've got, what's his name? Nigel Houston, who's, like... was in one of the Tony Hawk's games when he was younger, like 12. Yeah. But he's like one of the best skaters in the world at the moment. There's loads of people out there. And you've got the YouTube channels like Braille and stuff that do skating videos. There is a lot of people out there that still like skating.
If you're a skateboarding fan, you don't follow Braille, we'll put a link down below because they're an amazing YouTube channel. Shout out to them.
Yeah, and like I'm surprised they haven't come up with a new skating game. No, I know you've got, what's the one that's coming out? But it's indie, isn't it? It's the Sessions.
Yes, yeah, and that's trying to kind of be
more like skate.
More like skate, yeah. Where you kind of control each limb as well. And,
yeah, you control your legs.
It's interesting. Maybe we'll give that a little go on the channel.
Yeah, we'll have to have a little look at it.
Yeah. But so that should be coming out soonish, I think. They had that big reveal at E3, if you remember, where everyone thought it was going to be Skate 4, and then they're like, what?
It's like Xbox has got Sessions. It's like, oh no.
So thank you very much for watching. That was
Nathan Joe's Awesome Game Show.
Yeah. So that was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, one of the best games of all time, in my personal opinion.
Second best game of all time to Tony Hawk's
game-wise.
One. Yeah. I would say Tony Hawk's One probably one of my favourite games of all time. So yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But is there anything you would like to see us play? Any games you think are the best games of all time? Please let us know in the comments so we can have a go at them, get our filthy hands all over them, and have a go.
Yeah. Make sure you hit the subscribe, get notified by hitting that little bell, and what? 20?
20. Yeah, let's go
22 and a quarter?
22 and a quarter, yeah.
22 and a quarter likes on this video.
So 22.05.
22.05 likes. Smash that like button. I've been Nate.
I've been Joe.
You've been watching the Game Boys.
See you next time.
Peace.